Hello students, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about spreadsheet, formulas and functions. In a previous class I have shown you how to use a Microsoft Excel, in the sense how to open and what are the options available in that applications we have seen. If you have not watched that video, so first watch that video, then forward to this video, just move to this video. So in this lesson we are going to learn formulas in Excel, then creating a basic formula, means how to write a formula, then how to use a compound formula, using formula on text, how to implement the formula on the text, you can perform some operations on the text, then cell range, then the errors what we are going to get in a formulas. So these all the points are going to come in this session, and remaining points I will cover in next video. Okay, so first we will see what is formula. Formulas are used to perform calculations involving addition, subtraction, division and multiplication. Okay, simple concept. So formulas we are using for doing the mathematical operations, like it may be arithmetic operation or some other operation. Addition, subtraction, division and multiplication. So these are the common arithmetic operations, so that is given here. A formula establishes a relationship between two or more cells. In a Microsoft Excel, formula establish the relationship between the cells, in the sense here we are going to enter the values in different cells. Then when we construct the formula, so in that cases we are going to establish the relationship between those cells. So then only we are going to get the desired output, desired result. Formulas must begin with equal to symbol followed by cell reference sign operators. So this is a very important point. If you are writing a formula, first write equal to sign, then only you begin the references, means address of that cell, then only you have to mention the address of that cell. So beginning you have to mention, you have to specify the equal to sign, then only that Excel understands that user is going to write a formula. Understood? Without writing a equal to sign, if you write addresses, then that will be considered as a text, not as a formula. Now we will see how to create a basic formula. So for creating a basic formula, I will open Microsoft Excel. So in Excel, practically I will show you how to create the basic formula. So for creating the basic formula, see, I have prepared one sheet. So in this sheet, serial number is given, some product names are given, quantity, rate and total. Now we are going to calculate the total amount for these 12 books. Okay, one book rate is 15 rupees. Now 12 book rate. So by using the formula we can calculate. So don't go on calculate manually. Now as per the rule, first what I will do, I will put the equal to sign. Your formula should begin with equal to sign. Next, you have to mention the cell address of this quantity. What is the address of this cell? While writing a cell address, first you have to specify column name followed by row number. The column of this 12 is C, so write C. Next, what is the row number? Row number is 2. Okay, see this 2 is a row number, right? 2. Next, we need an operator. So when we will multiply this both, then we will get the total amount. So for multiplying, you have to use this multiplication operator. So where you will find this operator? It is given on the numeric keypad, as well as it is given on second row of your keyboard, number 8. Okay, so when you will hold a shift key and when you will press number 8 on a second row, you will get this symbol. So this is a multiplication symbol. Next, okay, next cell address, that is column name is D, again row number is 2, C2 into D2. So when we multiply this both, automatically we will get the total amount of books. Just press enter key. So this is the total amount. So now we have constructed the formula. So just little bit I'll zoom it. Okay, so C2 into D2 you can see here in this formula bar. So this is simple formula. Here you can see first this equal to sign and this multiplication sign. So this is called as operators. We have used operators equal to sign, so that as per the rule formula should begin with equal to sign and multiplication sign, because we are going to multiply this both values, so that's why multiplication. Next, this C2 and D2 is called as references or addresses. Understood? So now, so address, while writing the cell address, what you have to mention? Write column name followed by row number. Now I am going to put the same formula for this second product. Here equal to C3 into D3. So 5 to the 10. Now I am not going to go on enter the formula, so I will use the shortcut autofill option to calculate for remaining products. So this is the way to create the basic formula for cells. Okay, so in a Microsoft Excel, just by using the address and by using the operators, you can create the basic formula, simple formulas. So it reduces the time. Means within no time we can prepare the formula and we can calculate. Next, again I will come to the PowerPoint. So now next, creating compound formula. So in a compound formula, what happens? So usually compound formulas are used when more than one operator is required to perform a calculation. When you want to use more than one operator to perform the calculation, so that is called as compound formula. For example, now if you want to calculate simple interest, the formula of simple interest is PRT divided by 100. So now in a PRT, in between we are using multiplication sign, and for dividing that PRT by 100, so that we are using division sign. Means we are using two operators, one is multiplication and second one is division sign. So that also we'll see practically. Again I will go to Microsoft Excel. Now here I will write P amount, here I will write R amount, and here I will write Q amount, and here I will write total interest. So PRT, so principal amount is 10,000, rate of interest is 2%, and time, that is for 3 years. Okay, so write a formula, compound formula. So P, so where is that value, principal amount value? You have to mention the address of that cell, B column 10th row, into multiplication sign. Next, rate of interest, that is in C column 10th row, and D column 10th row. Now if you put a division sign here itself, then what happens? Excel gets confused. So for this, what you have to do, you have to put this B10 into C10 into D10 into round bracket. So for putting that round bracket, I want that cursor in that particular cell. To get that cursor, I will press F2. So once you press the F2, then easily you can move your cursor in that cell. So without pressing F2, if you press that arrow buttons, in that case that cell moves to the previous cell. Understood? So in that case you will not get the desired result. So principal amount into rate of interest into time duration divided by 100. See here we have used multiplication sign here, and we have used division sign. So division sign, I will show you once where is that division sign and multiplication sign on your keyboard. Okay, see here, this sign you can use it for division, and this sign, see here, down 8 is given and above that multiplication, that star sign is given. Okay, hold shift button, then we can press that button, automatically you will get that multiplication sign. So after entering, when you will press enter key, you will get the simple interest. So this is the way to create the compound formulas. Okay, 600. Next point, again I will come to the slide. Using formula on text. Now some simple operation can be done, like concatenation. Concatenation means combining the text. If you want to combine the text by using the formula, you can do it in Microsoft Excel. That facility is given. So let us see in a practical session how to use the formula for the text. Now in this first cell I will write hello, and in a C column 13th row I will write world. Now I want to combine this both the text hello world, means in this D column 13th row I want to combine that both the cells. So for that, write equal to sign, write address of that first text, that is B13, then use ampersand operator. Ampersand operator means AND operator, then C column 13th row. So when you will write B13 and C13, AND means ampersand, and when you will press enter key, so that both the text will be combined. Okay, hello world. So that hello world is displaying in a single cell. Now if you want a space in between hello and world, so for that one simple technique is given. See, once again I will write hello here, sorry, and I will write world here. Now I want to display hello world in this column, but in between hello and world I want a space. Okay, so in that case just write equal to sign, write the address of that first cell, B column 15th row, then write ampersand, then put empty double quotes, then again write ampersand, then write the address of next cell, C column 15th row. Okay, then press enter key. Sorry, somewhere something, some mistake here. So this double quote will give a little space. See now, hello world with the space. So if you give two space, means two spaces will be given. If you give single space will be given. If we have not given a space, then again text displays as it is, like a previous example, hello world. Understood? I hope you are understanding the concept. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in your class WhatsApp group. Okay, next cell range, and then we will see selecting a range and see how to use that range in a formula. So first we'll see what is cell range. Cell range means a range is a group of contiguous cells, means from adjacent cells continuously from beginning cell to till last cell. When you will drag it forms a range. So that is the definition is given. A range is a group of contiguous cells which form the shape of a rectangle. See, I'll show you practically, then you will understand easily. Move to Excel. For example, see now continuously. So if I select, so it forms one range. Got it? So this is one range, means from here to till here I selected. Got it? So it can be a group of two cells or as big as an entire sheet. So that range it can be only for two cells, or it may be a full worksheet. Means here if I click here, entire worksheet gets selected. Understood? Or if I press Ctrl A, see that entered value, that range gets selected. Understood? So that is the range. So this range can be used in a formula. Got it? Now how to select a range? Just hold the left mouse button and drag it down. When you will drag it down, the cells will be selected towards downward, and when you will drag that mouse towards adjacent cells, then that range will be expanded. Understood? So this is the way to select the range. Understood? Next, how to use this range in a formulas. For example, I will copy this. Okay, just copy and I will paste it here. So I want to use these all the numbers as a range. I want to make addition of this all the numbers. So for this, so what I am going to do, I'll write equal to, then write first cell, then hold shift button and click on last cell. So this is a shortcut method what I am showing. Hold shift button and press on click on last cell, or manually you can drag it. Here that range will be separated with the colon. Understood? So now if you press means what happens? We have not mentioned any function name and all. Now we want addition, that's why I will mention sum. Write sum. Sorry. It is because of not pressing this F2 key. Okay, again I will select B28 to C32. Okay, range is correct. Then you close the bracket, press enter key. You will get the addition of all the numbers. Means we have used that range to make the addition of that numbers. So that is the point, how to select the range and how to use this range in a formula. So in a formula we have used. So what is this sum and all we will see. Okay, so that is a functions concept. So only now understand, when you click and drag over that numbers, it forms a range in a Microsoft Excel. So here I am going to end this session, so that remaining points I will cover it in a next video. Okay, thank you for watching.